Well, it's been a long time since the lightweight rankings have not had the name Beneil Dariush in them. Here he is maintaining his spot in the top 10 and trying to rip off another big win here tonight. This is a man who won 8 consecutive fights on the strength of his knockout power and his devastating submission game. That was in advance of running into Charles Oliveira and Arman Tsarukyan. But most people believe on any given Saturday night, Beneil Dariush can still hang with the best lightweights in the world. Another elite lightweight has shown up in his bracket tonight. All right, the UFC Hall of Famer Khabib Nurmagomedov getting back on the proving ground here tonight. And a new look corner, is that Hasbulla there?
Yeah, I mean, Hasbulla is in the corner with Khabib. Khabib loves him. He's always talking about him. He spends time with him. But the one thing is, while Hasbulla is there, Khabib Nurmagomedov's approach will not change. This guy is an absolute grinder, man. He is just a dog. He will go forward, get in your face, hit him. You will not deter Khabib Nurmagomedov from accomplishing the ultimate goal, and that's keeping that 0 on the right side of his record.
And if you're Javier Mendez, you just got to make sure that you let Hasbulla get in there between rounds. Little guy's got a lot to say. Khabib Nurmagomedov. He is ready to go. That means so are we for our main event of the evening. Our tail of the tape for this lightweight championship fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Lightweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Beneil Dariush. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Lightweight Champion of the world, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
So Herb Dean, third man in there for this one.
Ready.
Well, for all the places we go in the world, few can hold up to this one. Good evening from T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Opened April of 2016. UFC went there for the first time at UFC 200, and they've been bringing big shows seemingly every other month ever since.
They call Vegas the fight capital of the world. And if you're talking about a home base for the UFC, you're talking about Oh, nice double leg, yes.
Nurmagomedov's in half guard. That is how you reverse position on the ground. Beautifully done by him there.
Let's go. Work for that back position.
Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten.
All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man. I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep.
All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half-guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you give up that underhook, your opponent can use the half-guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg.
Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
The bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
Keep working and give me those elbows.
30 seconds to go.
Come on, I'll stand you up. Let's work.
20 seconds left.
Scramble. Pummel out. Get yourself up.
Well, he's no stranger to being in this position. Strong work from the top here by Dariush. A lot of top pressure being applied here. That horn sounds means we have reached the end of round one.
All right, take a seat, bud. Breathe. Deep breath in for me. All right, listen. I need you to go out there, and I want you to do more of that. Let's set up those takedowns.
All right, a lot of high-level striking action in that last round. Daniel, take us through it, if you will.
Tit for tat. Who has the best chin? It seemed as though they were looking for that answer. Both guys took risk. What a fantastic round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go with round two. That's a pretty good right hand there by your teammate, Khabib Nurmagomedov, DC.
You're so worried about the wrestling that when the hands come, you're not...
How about the accuracy to land right there? His opponent's wobble champ.
He's hurting bad. He cannot take another shot like that. Oh, guillotine here. Oh, that's guillotine there.
Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense. Now he's going full mount. Look at that. Recognized he was about to lose position. Oh. Big right hook there by the champ.
Well, this is exactly what you like to see. Nice combination of ground and pound punches. Outstanding pressure and activity by Nurmagomedov.
Oh, right into mount.
Well, that combination's going to leave a mark. You see him getting top position, standing over his opponent, and delivering the ground strike. Nice job by Nurmagomedov. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Nurmagomedov's back in full mount.
This is a terrible position.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Nurmagomedov. Oh, another strike lands from the top. So a much different approach for him here in this second round. He was a little bit tentative in round one, a little bit of a feeling out process. Now, nice judo toss for him. And right into side control.
Nice shot there by the champ. Great defense by this fighter.
All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Oh, and there it is. Was only a matter of time. That ground strike has cut him open.
Oh, now he's going to find himself in a little more danger.
Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter. It's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud.
Nice defense.
Seconds winding down in round 2. Dariush's eye appears to be closing up by the second. And the horn sounds on round 2. All right, there's the horn indicating the end of the round. So potentially a big factor here, ladies and gentlemen. The cut on the cheek sustained in that round. Certainly better to be below than above the eye, but the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up.
Get that head movement going.
All right, they attend to the fighter on the stool, and I guess if you are going to be cut open, cheek ain't a bad place for it.
Yeah, it's the best spot, right? You never want to be cut. You never want to be bleeding. But if it's on the cheek, it's as good of a spot as it can be. But you still got to do something different, though, because even though the blood isn't going in your eye, every time you get hit there, it's horrible.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Right on the button.
Big double leg, double change.
All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man. Getting him out here.
All right, he continues to bully his opponent here, really manhandling him on the ground. And there it is again, targeting that swelling. Why would you not, right? You doled out all this damage. Might as well go right back to it.
Well, especially if your opponent is not going to move his head. He's still trying to go out on his shield. He's so stubborn in trying to prove that he's tough. It's really costing him right now.
This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're doing is fought to the very last minute before it gets given up.
Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control.
He's doing a great job of recognizing that he's damaging his opponent, and he keeps going to that spot.
Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back into you.
Right.
It's like when I push you back, you want to go forward. So as he comes forward, hand goes off the face, let it slip into an underhook, build up to your elbow, then go chase your single leg. This is high-level grappling, John, from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt named Daniel Cormier.
All right, north-south position now. We'll see who transitions first. All right, that's 3 rounds in the books. We are headed to the championship rounds. All right, back to the stools now, and he is no longer the handsome man we once knew. That gash is getting serious. All right, back to the stools we go, and it's starting to look like a second mouth on his cheek.
Yeah, it looks terrible. I mean, the guy is getting hit with big shots. One big enough to open up a nasty cut on his cheek. While it's in a better spot, it still is very difficult to deal with.
Like if he absorbs another strike on that cheek, he might actually be able to eat through that cut on his cheek. I'm just saying.
He's got a big mouth.
4th round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, 4th round is now underway as we get to the championship rounds. What is a fighter's mindset when you get to this 16th minute of the fight?
This is when you understand that nothing is ever going to be hard. This is the hardest round in fighting. This is going to really test your will and your desire to become champion.
Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Blocked! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
Dariush is in half guard. Working in half guard here, making these shots count. Khabib's right back to the full mount here. Ground and pound strike there now.
And now he's inside.
All right, good movement by him here on the ground. He really is a master of these transitions.
He is a master of movement on the ground. You never know where he's gonna be.
Oh, big shots from the top. All right, so some definite damage underneath the elbow now on the side of his opponent. A lot of strikes to the body starting to add up.
Yeah, a lot of strikes to the body and mixing up the attack, not being one-dimensional, not headhunting inside the octagon. I think he has fought beautifully right now, and it's starting to show itself.
Just over 2 minutes now to go. Dariush's eye is essentially swollen shut at this point in time. I'm not so sure they're not going to step in, Daniel, and stop this fight right now. Hard to be a one-eyed fighter in a mixed martial arts set.
Oh, he's stuck in the guillotine.
Oh, countering, it looks like with a Von Flue choke, or maybe we should call it the OSP.
Oh, man, that was slick.
All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard.
Dariush is in half guard. Lands with the ground and pound here.
Another strike gets through from the top position.
Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
Dariush's cut is getting worse. The cut man chomping at the bit to get in there. He'll have to wait for the break between rounds if we get there. Back mount now. He's going for the rear naked choke now. Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. So the fighter was really caught in a submission there just as the horn sounded. Safe to say he was saved by the bell there. So back to the stools they go. 60 seconds to recover here. We're going to fight on, ladies and gentlemen. Another round coming up. All right, we're going to stay with him and follow him back to the corner to the stool because that is a really severe cut that he is dealing with. We'll see if the cut man can stem the bleeding here. All right, let us show you all that was done in terms of the damage in that previous round. He has got a huge gash on his cheek.
I mean, there was that shot right there. That one landed and opened him up. What a nasty combination thrown by his opponent. But this cut now is another issue to deal with. He's got one of the best fighters in front of him, and he's dealing with this cut on the cheek.
Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Block the strike there, counters with an inside leg kick. Good job by Dariush. Overhand lands flush.
Great job securing that takedown. He passes to half guard.
Just out of range with that left hook. Nurmagomedov gets the single leg takedown. Well played. Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Dariush is back in full guard now.
And there you go, again, half guard.
Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transitions.
He is not staying in one place on the ground, and that's very important.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the fight.
He's got to be careful here.
All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man, I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. don't want to be there. It's
right.
very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Nurmagomedov's back in full mount.
He's trying to get to a half guard at least. At minimum, try to go to half guard.
Oh, the ground and pound is there. Nicely done. One minute to go in the fight. Outstanding pressure from top position here by Nurmagomedov. Right into side control.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep. Look at him attack that arm triangle on the opposite side. When it's time to finish, he will lock his hands, pass his body all the way to the opposite side. Drop this. How in the world did he escape that submission?
All right, inside his opponent's guard here, DC. All-out action right through the final minute. Nobody in this arena is sitting down. What a fight. All right, so an epic 25-minute championship fight here tonight, and it seems like the incumbent has done enough to retain his title.
They say every time you're fighting, when you're the champion, you get the biggest, baddest guy in the entire world. So, of course, it's going to be close. But I believe the champ did just enough to retain his title.
The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest, 49-46. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
All right, so judges' scorecards needed. Not often the case when Khabib Nurmagomedov competes, but he gets it done by decision and keeps that O in the loss column.
And if you want to win a decision, you want it to look like this. You want it to look dominant. He looked dominant tonight in all areas of mixed martial arts. There is no question who's going to get their hand raised tonight when they get to the center of the octagon.